Hello everyone and welcome back to Formula A. Here tonight we are at Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix, and quite the interesting race here tonight. Only 9 cars, so a very eventful field here tonight, but we're going to have to see who all can capitalize on the small field number tonight. There's no telling how this event will turn out. Right now, we begin qualifying. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer is already out, so he will start P9. Now we decide 8 other positions. So first on track is Jake Markowski. He is the furthest on track on his outlap. Trevor Graham, Dylan Thomas, Jake Scarborough, and Liam Hoffman, all still in the pits, have yet to begin their outlaps. But we will, as soon as Markowski starts his lap, we'll go on board with him to see how he can do on his first lap. So far, in this outlap, he's relatively smooth. But that doesn't mean much. As long as he doesn't spin it on the outlap, it's all good. So he comes to start his first lap, a bit wide there off the final corner, and Markowski begins his lap, so we'll go on board with him. Bit wide through one there. Oh, a little squirrely over the rumble strip there. So now up the hill. Relatively smooth through that section. So Markowski keeping it relatively smooth here. An interesting line there, keeping one of those wheels on the green patch outside or just over the grass there, so that was an interesting line. About a lane off the curb there. Still pretty decent. I don't know how good he is. Fastest sector, but he is the first car on track, so not really a surprise there by no means. I'm going to check the stream to make sure it's good before I do that. Oh, we have an earbud somewhere. There it is. Alright, so... Oh, excuse me. Markowski, 3 seconds off what is now provisional pole. And Nicholas Pichet with a 142.990. Kevin Bacani goes second fastest. Here comes Kyle Phillips to the line. He will go second fastest. As Markowski has done himself. So Markowski is out of the session. He wrecked it going up the hill. And we have Bacani, or Kevin Bacani slow here. And so these guys are coming in, is why they're cutting the track. So now on his outlap is Jake Scarborough. And Dylan Thomas begins his outlap as well. So 2 more guys out of the pits, and now everyone is on an outlap at least. So Pichet's still really fast. At least, exactly 3/10 up of second place Kyle Phillips with a pretty good lap time of a 1:42.990. We'll just have to see if anyone else can beat that as we follow along with Jake Scarborough. He sets the fastest Sector 1, so good start so far. Now we'll just have to see if he can keep up the speed and possibly go to pole. So we'll go on board with Jake here and see how he can do. Wide there, but... oh, slows it down. Don't know what's going on there. He had a fastest sector, but I don't know why he slowed. I guess he messed up the entry and decided to abort the lap. As now Trevor Graham and Liam Hoffman begin their laps. We'll stay on board with Liam Hoffman to see how these two get a good lap, because Hoffman is going to have the slipstream of Trevor Graham. So we'll just have to see if Hoffman can steal the pole from Pichet using the advantage of the slipstream from Trevor Graham. So, Graham ahead of Hoffman by a bit, not by a lot, but by a little bit. And Graham goes way off there, and the round goes Hoffman. He loses it, and he is out of the session. So Hoffman out of the session. The commentator jinx happens again. On board with a guy, and now we're going to go on board with Dylan Thomas. But we're not going to be on the onboard anymore. We're going to go and just watch his view, or not his view, but the TV cameras. So we've had an interesting, really almost wreck field, per se. Qualifying with only 9 cars, 2 have DNF'd, and 1 didn't even start. So Thomas is coming here to set a lap, and he will go 4th quickest with a 1:44.927. And so he will start ahead of at least Markowski, possibly some more. Now let's follow along with Jake Scarborough, as he is the only car currently attempting a lap, I believe. So pretty smooth as he heads to this final corner. Good through there, and if he can get it back to the line, we'll see where he goes. 5th quickest with a 1:45.456. Sorry, yeah, 1:45.566. God, I can't talk. Don't know if he'll go for another lap. I don't believe so. But it's not a huge deal either way, because these guys will likely, no matter, and all these guys will at least start top 6. So within the front 3 rows, even though there only are 5 rows in this race, something has happened. That is Dylan Thomas. I believe he has gone around. I'm not sure on that, but maybe when he goes into the pits, we'll get an update on that. But the main one I'm curious for is Trevor Graham. We're going to go on board with Graham to see what kind of lap he can do, and to see if it's going to be pole worthy. As we have a yellow in sector 2, and Graham has almost spun it. He saves it, sort of. So another commentator jinx. And Scarborough is slow. Don't know if there's an issue there. Don't believe so, but... So Dylan Thomas is now in the pits, so we're going to see what he had to say about the incident. So I'm here with Dylan Thomas. You look like you had a pretty good lap going on, but then a yellow came out. You spun at some point. Can you maybe give me an insight on what happened?
Was not setting a lap. I was just kind of going back to the pits. A little too slow. I spun on the curb. But pretty happy with where I am. Up in P4. A little bit off compared to where we really want to be. Very interesting qualifying session, especially with the Mercedes. But little off my teammate. But I think we're going to hit another lap while the track's pretty clear. So.
Yeah, there's not many people left in this qualifying session. We just saw Trevor Graham semi-spin. But we're going to have to see if he can improve. He is now on another outlap, so we're just going to have to see. But I wish you the luck in the rest of qualifying, and I may talk to you at some point during the race.
Yep, 10-4.
So now we can possibly ask Jake Scarborough about how his qualifying went. We'll ask him because he didn't look like he was having the best of a car. So I'm here with Jake now. You didn't seem like you were having the qualifying you wanted. You're currently P5 on the board, but maybe any insight on what was going on?
The thing just, it doesn't want to turn in most of the corners. You have to go extremely slower. It's a significant amount compared to the other cars, and it's just not the best thing here. A lot of things that can't really adjust to make it better, so it's all about just trying to figure it out through the race. Hopefully we have a late run car, and hopefully it goes green to the end with no safety car issues, because I don't think we'll have a shot at any good position if there is a safety car, based on how this car is performing so far, but at least it's qualifying and not the race.
Yeah, you seemed like in one of your, well, it looked like a pretty good lap. You just did not turn in the downhill area, and it just, you aborted the lap. But either way, I hope you, or wish you the best of luck in qualifying, and I might talk to you during the race.
Thank you.
So with very little time here left in qualifying, there's only 5 cars that can still logically attempt to steal pole. Jake Scarborough and Dylan Thomas both being one of those. And we watched Trevor Graham loop it again. So the Mercedes not having a good qualifying run here. As we literally watch him spin as we... And we're just... Whoever we spectate just does not have the luck right now. So we're just going to have to see if this Mercedes can ever set a decent lap. I mean, he's had problems in all of his laps, so... this is interesting, that's for sure. But the Mercedes coming from the back can make for a very interesting race, but that is not what Trevor Graham wants to do, because he needs to keep up with his rival Kyle Phillips. But if Phillips is on an outlap, currently P2, gonna try and steal pole from Pichet, but that's gonna be a tall task for everyone in this field. We're gonna go on board with Dylan Thomas for the remainder of his lap and see if he can improve his position. We've seen a lot of people go wide through that corner, and Thomas didn't look too bad right there, so we'll see if he can set a good lap. I don't know how the first part of his lap went, but it looks pretty smooth right here. As up ahead of him is another Ferrari, getting just off the racing line. Don't know if something happened there. Could have been a spin, not sure. So Thomas coming into the final few corners, and we'll just see if he can set a better lap time than what he originally set. So good through there, smooth for the most part, and to the line, faster but not fast enough to improve. He goes to a 1:44.434. A lot of fours in that lap time, but he stays fourth. So we're going to see if Trevor Graham can finally set another lap, and as I say that, I go to spectate him, and he slams the wall. I do not believe it. Anytime we spectate Trevor, he is wrecking. This is interesting. This is the first time we've had this problem. This is interesting. Oh, Dylan Thomas out of the session. I think he just retired it. And now fastest will go to Kyle Phillips with a 1:42.854. So he takes it. So now with Phillips on top, Pichet will have to try and battle back there. Kyle Phillips retires from the session. We only have 2 cars left. It is going to either be... Oh man, what a save for Bacani, but he's going to just abort the lap at that moment and go there. We're going to see if Jake Scarborough can improve his lap. Bacani now officially retires from the session, so Scarborough is the final car to have a chance to improve. Let's see if he can do so. We'll go on board, and I'm nervous to do this because every car we've done this to has had an issue. Trevor Graham had a pretty big issue, a few of them actually, with spinning every time we spectated him. But coming to the line, Scarborough does not, he improves, but not enough to go up any positions, and qualifying is over. So it is Kyle Phillips on pole, Nicholas Pichet second, Kevin Bacani third, Dylan Thomas fourth, Jake Scarborough fifth, Jake Markowski P7, or P6, excuse me, Trevor Graham P7, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer P8, and Liam Hoffman P9. So Hoffman, who won pole at Austria, will have to come this race from the rear. So we'll see how that goes. It's looking to be a very interesting event. 22 laps. Not a lot, but still a decent amount here in Spa. So we're setting up for what looks to be a good battle. I do not know if there's a formation lap. There might be. But if they go lights out from the start, don't be surprised. So they're not going to go lights out from the start. We will indeed have a formation lap. So during this formation lap, I'm going to take a break, and I will be back in just a moment. So now we come to the line. Everyone will form up. We get set for lights out. So, everyone's lined up as they get ready for the Mad Dash down to turn numero uno. The drivers are ready. Everyone's in place. The lights are coming on, and it is lights out, and away we go here in Spa. It's a Mad Dash down to turn number 1, but Phillips has the advantage. As now Kevin Bacani will try to move in to P number 3 or 2, excuse me, and it's a battle for positions behind them. Trevor Graham did not get a good start, however, and to me, oh, we got one around. That's Liam Hoffman. So he has had issues here early, lost part of a wing as well. So Hoffman not having a good start, and he has parked it. I'm wondering if he's going to retire from the session. He has not as of yet. Oh, there goes the other one. So the Mercedes continue with their bad luck. Graham is around. So Trevor Graham spins here. Up the field now we go. Phillips leads. For some reason these cars are shown as ghosted for me. Don't know what that's all about, but it does not change the outcome of the racing. Is Bacani... Oh, and Bacani's going to go around, but he keeps it, for the most part, off the fence. Dang, everyone having issues here tonight at Spa. We were watching Kevin. Is that happening? Jake Scarborough's around. What is going on? Everybody's having issues tonight. So that moves Dylan Thomas up to P3. He's in the podium positions. We're going to have to see if Pichet can run down Kyle Phillips, but what a start. This is interesting. With how many people have spun here on the first lap. Phillips goes fastest with a 148.539. But this is, if I'm not mistaken, Dylan Thomas's really first chance on podium. If he can stay ahead of Jake Murkowski, he might have his first podium in the bag with all the issues that happened behind him. Oh, and as I say that, no! Dylan Thomas is out of the race. Oh, no, everybody's having problems up the hill. Oh, man, I was just talking about him. The commentator jinx comes into play, and the virtual safety car is out. The only good news now left for Dylan Thomas is that he at least will have points in this race no matter what, but a disappointing finish to the Belgian Grand Prix. Unfortunate turn of events for Thomas, as he had a very fortunate jump to the podium spots. But now look who is in podium. Jake Markowski on the podium positions, or in the podium positions, followed by Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. This is insane with everything that's happened. Trevor Graham with very little damage is still here. The green is back out now. I don't even know if Graham has any damage. Followed by him is a good distance back, but it's Jake Scarborough, and then Liam Huffman's in dead last. So he's going to have a lot of ground to make up. But poor Dylan Thomas out here early. Maybe we can get a word with him. Man, Dylan, I know it didn't go the way you wanted it to, but can you walk us through what happened?
No words right now. First off, you need to mute Jake or something, because the entire stream can hear him. And yeah, I don't know what happened. It was a stupid mistake. I'm so fucking pissed off right now. Excuse my language, but all the cars were ghosted. I don't know what the hell is going on with this game. All cars were ghosted for me, except for like one Mercedes who shoved me into turn 1, by the way. And going up the hill, everything was fine. And then as soon as you open up the wing around there, your fucking wheels just spin out. So it's unreal. It just shows that it probably proves everyone's point that I don't deserve to be in this ride. But I guess I'll have to fight back stronger somehow, some way, and not wreck out like a goddamn idiot, and be smarter next time. So yeah, thanks for your time, and I'm just gonna watch my teammate, and hopefully he can do something for Ferrari. He's fast. He made a mistake, but I guess I was the bigger mistake, and yeah. So I'm just gonna mute myself. So yeah, enjoy the race. Sucks that I'm out, but go Kevin Bacani.
Thanks for talking to us. Don't know what is going on with the issue with the stream being able to hear Jake Scarborough, but he is muted in terms of the party. Let's see here. As we see, Pichet, I believe, is now fastest. He is less than a second behind Kyle. Trevor Graham has made a recovery up to P5 after that spin on lap 1. He was one of the few without damage. Bacani the same, he's on P6 now. He's back up to P6. But a spread out field here early in Spa. The main battle I'm going to focus on is Pichet versus Phillips, because it's the only one to really worry about. And as I go on board with Pichet, he spins it. So Pichet, I go on board with him, and just as anyone else, they have problems as I begin to spectate them. I don't know what is going on tonight. I am apparently cursed. I mean, it is Spa. We know Spa is a bit of a cursed track, but... Oh, we have one around. It is Liam Hoffman. So there's Hoffman. He's around. So we had a ton of incidents here early, but we're just gonna ride on and watch. Actually, we're gonna go on board with Jonathan Jurgensmeyer to see if he can run down Jake Murkowski, because he was there a moment ago. I believe he is a bit faster as of right now, but I am not 100% sure. The DRS should be activated. But I cannot tell. Yeah, so up the hill they go, following Murkowski with a relatively good line. 7/10 back. We'll see if Jurg can catch him. Jurg's in a inferior car to Murkowski, but he's keeping him honest, is Jurgensmeyer. Murkowski, who's had a mediocre season so far, as we see another issue, and that is Jake Scarborough. He goes around, I believe. And we'll go back to... We'll go back to Jurgensmeyer to see if he can continue to run down Murkowski. We have another problem. I think that's just Scarborough going slow. As now Jurgensmeyer's right on the back bumper of Murkowski. So Murkowski will block. Here comes Jurgensmeyer. He has the lane on Murkowski, but he has to yield there to avoid making contact. But through the switchback coming to the line, Markoski continues to block, but DRS will be activated for Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Jurgensmeyer goes to the inside into turn number 1. He has the spot, but Markoski will probably have the run off. There he comes. Markoski continues to stay ahead of Jurgensmeyer. Oh, but Markoski's loose. He manages to gather it in with no issue. But that's a lucky save for Markoski, as we've seen a few people go around right there. Liam Hoffman and Jake Scarborough have had it rough in this race, but the guy who's had it rougher didn't ever escape that corner. That guy is Dylan Thomas. So, here comes Jurgensmeyer. A dive to the inside of Markoski. Laid on the brakes. Jurgensmeyer should be ahead now. He indeed is, but we'll have to see if Markoski can now do anything. Jurgensmeyer is on podium for the second time this season. If he can hold on to this, it would be crazy. But right behind them, now sneaking into this picture, is Trevor Graham. As Markoski gets out of the way of Graham. Luckily for Graham, there's some sort of ghosting effect going on. Don't know what that's all about. But now Graham is going to attempt to run down Jurgensmeyer. We will have to see if he can do so within these next laps, as we're going to continue to stay on board with Trevor Graham, and I'm going to take a quick break. So under break, you've seen it live. Jonathan Juergensmeyer went around with a semi-spin. Unfortunate for him, but he will continue on. As Jake Murkowski now hits the pits. I don't know why he's doing that. He might have some sort of damage. Not sure what that's about. Juergensmeyer is the beneficiary of that, though, and will gain a spot. But now Kev Bacani moves back into the podium spots. This has been a topsy-turvy turning of who is where in the standings. We are already almost 10 laps into this race. And we've seen Murkowski on podium. I don't believe we've seen Trevor Graham on podium. No, we have. We have seen Trevor Graham on the podium. We've seen Kev Bacani on the podium. We've seen Dylan Thomas on the podium. Unfortunate for him, but now he is now out of the race. We've seen Juergensmeyer on the podium, and the whole time Phillips and Pichet have been on podiums. So Phillips has a comfortable lead here now, and really Trevor Graham just needs to either get himself onto that podium and just do damage control, or hope for that there's a safety car. And that he is not the cause of the safety car, and that everyone is able to get going. So now we see Trevor Graham going around Kevin Bacani for that said podium position, and now Graham has to hang on to this and hope for a safety car, or to have some insane speed to be able to catch Phillips and Pichet. As we see Murkowski have an issue here now. He is slow. I believe he has went around. Not for sure, but he is the cause of a yellow flag at some point in Sector 2 on track. So here comes Kev Bacani going back around Trevor Graham, so this is going to be an interesting battle for sure. Bacani back into the podium. Graham hanging on to him, but it's not what Graham wanted to see. Bacani going back to the podium. Now, interestingly enough, the last race one of the most recent races at Silverstone, Graham actually battled Bacani to the line for the final podium spot, and it ended up going to Graham. The roles could be reversed here today in Spa. So as we stay on board, we'll go back on board with Trevor Graham, and I unfortunately have to take another quick break. I will be right back. Here with Dylan Thomas, as I have to do something for the moment. He is going to commentate while I am unfortunately busy for the moment, but Dylan Thomas is going to be in the booth with y'all. So yeah.
Currently, right now, Kyle Phillips is leading this race with P. Shea running second, closing. That's it down to 2.8. Trevor Graham battling my teammate there, Kevin Bacani, to get up into the podium position. And as my teammate runs P4, Jonathan Jurg is running P5, Jake M is running P6, and Jake Scarborough is running currently P7, and Liam Hoffman in the pits as of right now, getting some soft, fresh tires and a brand new wing. Looks like he might have had an incident there or just had some damage that we didn't know of. Currently running P8, aka last on track, but I'm currently last with a wrecked car at the moment. Right now, Kyle Phillips leading. With Liam, or not Liam, excuse me, with P. Shea. Can P. Shea close in? He's faster. I think P. Shea could get there if Kyle Phillips were to make a mistake. I, as a driver personally, if I was catching the car up ahead, but knowing that the laps are closing, I more want the driver to make the mistake other than me pushing as hard as I can and then make a mistake. I just think it'd be more beneficial or English is not helping my brain today. But Kyle Phillips leads. But as I was saying, you want to catch the car in front of you, but you also want that bit of help so you don't wear them tires. And Jake M with a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. I don't know if that penalty will actually stay, but I actually do think, I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure Trevor Graham has a 5-second penalty, or someone has a 5-second penalty in this field. I don't know who exactly it is, but I heard in the pre-race that someone has a 5-second penalty, and we'll have to get clarification on who that is currently. But as I say that McLaren is flying right now. He had it from like 2.6, he's down to 2.0. That McLaren is flying. He's using every bit of room of track he can. As I say that, Kyle is starting to kind of pull away a bit. But if these two get racy and go side by side, can they hold it? This track's very tight, especially going up the hill. That's why I spun. I open up the wing, and if you're in a battle, you're going to want to do that. But I opened up the wing just by accident, spun the tires. As I said, I said it. If Kyle Phillips makes a mistake, that McLaren is going to absolutely eat him alive. But yeah, I made a little bit of mistake. It just went around. These cars are very hard to drive. It doesn't matter what car it is. It's just this track's hard, tricky, especially as a driver. You're scared going up that hill. But when you're battling hard, like I think we're gonna see here between Kyle Phillips and P. Shea, it's gonna be interesting. As a complete lap number 13, go on to lap 14. Gonna quickly. I don't know what kind of camera angle you guys are on right now, but just going down the field here. Yep, nothing really too exciting as of right now. Very small field compared to what we've had in previous races. Scheduling is probably a little bit difficult, but first season, I expect this. I think this was a great opportunity for drivers like me or Jake Scarborough or Jonathan Jurgen. As I say that, someone is around. I think it was the Williams of Markowski. It was Markowski and the AlphaTauri. He had spun around. I did not see. He looked up the pace. He has a 3-second penalty. Don't know if he was pushing a little too hard there, but that's unfortunate for Jake M. And thank you, Jake Scarborough, for helping me there. as right now, as Jake M had spun out, that McLaren is closing and closing and closing. He's like Batman against Joker. He's just you can't run away from him. You can never run away from Batman. He's always gonna catch you, bro. And it's bound to happen. But as I, make a bit of jokes, time to get down to business between Kyle Phillips and P. Shea and the McLaren. I talked to Kyle. He has his eyes set for next season already. He already knows who he wants in that next Red Bull seat. He already knows his plans. Those plans are not public, but we know that he has his mindset, as well as Trevor Graham. But Kyle Phillips has done a wonderful job in that Red Bull. Oh, we have another spin. Who's around? Oh, it's my teammate Kevin Bacani had spun out again. That's unfortunate. Not a good day for a Ferrari. It sucks. But back to the battle. Piche is all over that rear wing of Kyle Phillips. Wing to wing. Normally you say bumper to bumper, but it's wing to wing here in Formula 1. Or Formula A, excuse me. I don't know who you're on board with, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be on board with Kyle Phillips. I'm on board with the McLaren of Piche. Piche has absolutely ran that McLaren like it's a Mercedes. Like, he has made that car absolute. This. I don't know what he does as a driver. It's annoying as hell, but if you're a Piche friend or a Piche fan, you're probably loving it. You love seeing that McLaren up front. So, yeah. And if you're Piche yourself, I mean, you love making these people guess how you're so fast and making these people so upset because you're that dominant. But as I say that, we complete lap number 15 on to lap 16. Piche's all over the rear wing of Kyle Phillips. Really, the podium is filled with championship contenders. I don't know what the points really look like. I don't really look at the points other than for myself. I like to know where I am, but I don't really like, I just know the battle's close. But the rear wing is open on that McLaren. Kyle Phillips better be scared. Here comes Piche. To the outside he looks, but no cigar. He has to stay behind the rear wing of Kyle Phillips. Kyle Phillips a little bit loose, but he keeps the lead. A little bit wide out of that turn, but he keeps going. And here comes Piche all over the rear wing of Kyle Phillips. They are wing to wing, and they're closing in on the final few laps of this Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure Wilson Hunt is back here.
I indeed am back, and now we can continue to do this. We're going to continue to commentate this race together for the remaining about 6-7 laps here. So, Phillips has maintained a lead, but...
Oh, he makes a mistake!
Oh, yeah, so Piche has definitely closed the gap, and this would be quite a devastating loss for Phillips, considering Piche had to come from over 5 seconds back. Piche now stalking Phillips. Piche wants this win, but if Phillips loses it, he will not gain a lot of points on Trevor Graham, which is the reason why this loss would be so devastating for Phillips.
Oh, Piche, he's pitting!
Oh, he's pitting! Oh, and he hits
the pits!
He wrecked going into the pit lane. Does he have damage? I have no way of telling, but...
we'll see here if he repairs the wing. He does! Kyle Phillips!
Phillips has an issue.
He's out of contention.
A massive issue here. Now the real question is, can Graham make... I don't think Graham's going to get him.
Trevor Graham? He's there! He's down the street! Here comes Kyle Phillips out of pit road! Oh, I think Kyle Phillips has him. Trevor's pushing. He's getting everything.
Nothing Graham can do, but I'm wondering why Phillips pitted. Maybe he knows that he's going to lose the lead, so he pitted at still the fastest lap. but if I'm not mistaken, he already had the fastest lap. So
Nope. I'm pretty sure the Mercedes of Liam Hoffman took it.
okay, so Huffman actually had the fastest lap. He's in points, so Huffman can have that. Uh, but
As I was saying, I don't know what it's like for you, but as a driver, it's annoying, but it's also curious and got everyone asking. Everyone's asking the same question: why is Piche so fast? Like we were talking about it, Wilson, before the pre-race. Literally, we think he could put a Haas into the points, and I don't put that out of the question.
yeah, most definitely, Piche is virtually unbeatable in an equal car from what we have saw. But now, Piche's going to pit. So Piche does not make the mistake coming to pit road, likely handing this win to him. But we're going to have to see.
Is it a good pit stop here? I most likely yes. He puts on the softs. Where's Kevin? Or excuse me, Coffin. Oh yeah, no, it's over. It's it's Piche's
No
race.
chance for Piche to lose it, really, although it's going to be relatively close, closer than what it should be. Well, not
Don't know
really.
how.
Phillips still has a 5-second gap to close in if he wants to be able to
Tires will be
have
cold.
a chance. Yeah, tires will be cold, but that 4.3-second gap, and we've seen Piche catching Phillips, so this is going to be
We've
a
seen
devastating
Piche.
loss for Phillips, more than likely. But if Piche, we did see spin out at one point in this race, it could happen again. That's all I'm saying.
But I think it's Piche's race.
It's Piche's race to lose as of right now. Now, everyone that I have spectated has had an issue to this point, and we've seen it with Phillips. I was spectating Phillips; he hits the pit wall. Graham has had plenty of issues here.
You did it when you complimented me on getting the podium, and then literally
And then moments later you slam the wall. So it's unfortunate for sure, but I think it's Spa, and Spa's a cursed track, and I think I might now be a cursed commentator. So,
I'm sure
it'll be interesting.
from Kyle, I think everyone from Kyle Phillips and down would love for you to curse your Piche, but I don't think there's any cursing this man. This man, you can curse him all you want, but yeah, I don't. This guy's making the McLaren look like a Mercedes. This guy's completely flying every single race, every single qualifying session. Oh, and as I say that, Kyle Phillips is actually gonna take that fastest lap. But I think
144.652, if I'm not mistaken. Interestingly enough, that seems like it was the plan originally for Phillips to take the fastest lap from Graham, or from
purple sector
Hoffman,
1 for
but purple
Piche.
sector 1 for Piche here. But we're watching Piche from here on out. These guys in second want an interesting thing. We're gonna try and make it happen for them. Let's see if the commentator curse will hit Piche. Probably not, but there's a chance. So, and everyone behind him wants it. So from here on out, we'll spectate whoever the leader is. Piche currently leads here at Spa as he's coming to 3 laps to go.
Can he get purple sector 2? Oh, a little wide. Oh, a little bit loose. That looked scary, but he's going to take... No, he does not have fastest sector 2.
So not fastest in sector 2. We'll see if he can get sector 3. Like you said, he went wide in sector 2. That probably costed him a bit of time, but we'll have to see what he can do in sector 3. I'm gonna say he will go fastest here, but I am unsure. So to the line,
turn right there. Right turn right there.
To the line, and yes, fastest with a 143 or 144.483. So Piche fastest.
Kyle Phillips.
Oh, problem in sector 1, and that is Jacob Markowski. Looks like he's Don't know what happened there.
He
No
has
front
spun
wing.
he has spun like 2 to 3 times while you were gone. He was able to not get damaged the first few times around, but unfortunate this time. Uh,
Well, over the hill there. Let's see if he can manage to make it the rest of the way around.
Too late
Oddly
for a safety
enough,
car.
this is the most interesting thing in this race right now. Phillips doing
Oh, and
everything
Kyle.
he can to
Yeah.
catch. Oh, into the wall goes Murkowski.
I don't know if you've mentioned this yet on the broadcast, but I'm pretty sure if you get more than a 9-second time penalty in a race, there's Jake M going a lap down here. But if you have more than 9 seconds worth of penalties, you actually have a penalty. I don't know how big that penalty is, but I just know your penalties will start counting. And
I'm not sure on that one, but as we see Murkowski here just ahead of Kyle Phillips, Phillips is probably asking or screaming at him to get out of the way. So now Murkowski does indeed move over. So Murkowski, not too far from the pit, so he shouldn't have any problem here getting back to the pits at this point. But we're gonna have to see
a very
because
odd and weird race.
indeed, very much weird and odd. But yes, Murkowski makes it back to the pits, and Pichet continues to lead with 6.3 seconds.
Yeah, it's.
2 to go, by the
I can
way.
say something. Yeah, 2 to go. From a driver's point, season's been pretty good, I guess, for me. I know for the rest of the drivers like P. Shea, Kyle Phillips, Trevor Graham, it's been a wonderful season for them. I think Kyle Phillips has done a wonderful job running the league. I sounded sarcastic there, but I really mean it. But yeah, P. Shea, man, I don't know what he has. I don't know what he does, but this man. Oh, sorry, got scared there. There was a sector caution right in front of P. Shea. Thought there was gonna be a little bit of incident there. My bad. But yeah, just very interesting from a driver standpoint. But what has it been like from? Well, you've got experience here, Wilson. You've been driver and commentating.
Indeed, this is my first time actually commentating at Spa, but from what I have seen, the racing is good. Just a small field size, though, but it has been a chaotic race as Pichet is heading to the final few corners here. He will see the white flag. A white flag is flying for Nicolas Pichet as we hit the white flag. If something crazy happens, like Pichet spinning, I will be shocked, but I think he will go smooth and easy here on this final lap as there's nothing to gain from hard charging. Pichet now heads up the hill. He will, I'm assuming, go through this pretty smoothly. Indeed he does. No bobble whatsoever right there. And Pichet now heads down the back straightaway to the S section. And this McLaren has been absolutely phenomenal today. Nicolas Pichet has been virtually unbeatable at some tracks, even against the Red Bulls and the Mercedes. But today it has shown even more. Kyle Phillips, who was battling with Pichet for position, Pichet spun or semi-spun underneath him and came back from a 5-second gap.
Yeah, absolutely flawless race by Pichet. He spun twice in this race, pretty sure, and lap one, and then a few laps later. So definitely what a comeback. You got to feel for Kyle Phillips though. Dominated the race, championship contender, just comes by and says, "Adios, amigos." And
Indeed, he does. As we'll head to the final couple of corners, it has been a dominant performance today here for Nicolas Pichet, and he will win the Belgian Grand Prix as he hits the line, winner, winner, chicken dinner for Nicholas Pichet. Kyle Phillips will bring it home P2, and it'll be a while, but Trevor Graham, as long as nothing happens, will eventually bring it home P3, I believe. Oh, and we have an issue. That's Jake Scarborough at the line. That will not have an effect on the race, though, and here he comes. Trevor Graham will come to the line. Podium for Graham. Now, a bit further back, here comes Kevin McConney. Oh, and McConney blows a tire.
He has a flat.
So, this is something I've never seen before.
No.
And McConney has a flat, or something happened, and he will wreck it to the line, but he will still finish P4. That is something I haven't seen before. Liam Hoffman brings it home officially PA, and Jurgensmeyer is going to bring home another top 5. So a long run for Bacani, and he loops it around on the final lap. That was something very interesting, as I have never seen something like that before.
I have no idea what I just watched.
Yeah, me neither. That was something else.
Williams is just coming around the final corner.
And now Jurgensmeyer is going to swerve. Everyone else is finished, so he's going to burn it down as he crosses the line, does a little bit of a donut, and Jurgensmeyer brings it home P5. So this was a pretty good Formula A event here at Spa. Unfortunate for some drivers, including my mate in the booth here, Dylan Thomas. But with that being said, we will see y'all in the next Formula A event. Peace out.
Ugh.